when we talk about a multitude of like a large scale projects and large scale, like company, so what kind of issues you are facing when it comes to BIM, and maybe some, like techniques that you have been using to handle those issues?
Yeah, so I would say that I can really more speak on the large scale, organization level more than maybe the project level, especially when it comes to implementing. And I think that you touch a good point when it comes to being part of the corporate, because that's where you discuss the budgets, and when it comes to training people, you need budget and you need cash. So of course that's important to be able to tell them, okay, you have certain amount of money, so I will help you make sure that we invest that amount of money at the right time to the right people. And to build on what you said, I think that's really around communication. Because when it comes, large scale, as you said, you have hundreds of colleagues. How do you communicate the same message on a consistent basis to all those staff? And how do you make sure that this message goes through? And for me, that's continuous education. I do a lot of presentations and training, and not only to our BIM practitioners, because, I remember having some discussions where you have people, they think that we should train everyone to Revit and we will be the best company in BIM, if everyone can use Revit. I'm like, that's just nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. You're not going to ask a project manager to work in Revit. So then that's where I like to focus more on the non-BIM practitioners, because even if you do not use a BIM authoring software on a daily basis, you are still involved in a project that lives in a BIM environment. So you need to know the basics of it. So that's really, for me, continuous education, trying to make it simple so people understand the basics of it. They are not supposed to all become BIM managers, but really sharing the principles and having a clear message around what is BIM and why, as a company, we decide to go for it is super important. So again, yeah, finding ways to communicate.
Absolutely. You just said one of very important keyword, and which is continuous learning and continuous improvement. And that's actually one of the lean concepts of TPS, right? Toyota Production Systems. So where, they figured out the lean manufacturing methods, and one of the core thing was constant improvement. And when you focus on the constant improvement, obviously you constantly develop and improve at the company level. But there's one more aspect which you said it's very important. You said that using Revit would push you in the first line, which is, like you just said, it's not true, because BIM has multitude of layers, right? We're always talking about it. It has, different phases, and one of the phases is tools. Yes, but the tools there are BIM authoring tools, but there are lots of other tools that is incorporated into that. But there's also a process involved in it, how you use those tools, and the actual process and collaboration thing. And then there is a management and policy level, right? So how you are doing it based on the standards, soft landings, and all the other aspects in order to manage your BIM output. If you like this video and more videos like this, subscribe to our channel, because there will be many more. And don't forget to turn your notification bell on.